The Aaron and Austin Show is brought to you by BarCode, Wichita by EB, Kirby's Beer Store, Party Rockerz ICT, and Sacred Leaf.
Oh, yes.
Oh, coming at you from. Let's give you
The
straight
hideout now.
The hideout. I do like
The
that.
hideout.
Hey, first and foremost, before we get going too far, I wanted to, before I jumped into this part, I wanted you to explain a little bit about the new venue here, so people know what's going on. We're calling it the Hideout, but we also have HARP, which is the nonprofit. And explain a little bit of that.
Yeah, okay, so this is what's up. At Central and Hydraulic, we have a building. It used to be Greyhound Printing. Out front right now it says the studios on there. Like, they were just trying to rent out studios.
Yeah, and we got the Aaron and Austin Show banner out there too as well. If you're looking,
Sure.
for the place, 452 North Hydraulic,
Right across from the Dog and Shake.
Yeah,
Shout out Dog and Shake.
Yeah, Dog and Shake.
Hell yeah, we
Soon
love that
sponsor.
place.
Soon sponsor.
But yeah, so we're calling that building the Hideout, HYDE. And Hydraulic, if you go down south just a little bit, there's Hyde Park.
Of course.
And that's a little like shopping center kind of thing. So the Hyde thing was kind of already there.
Neighborhood.
Yeah.
It's like kind of a neighborhood. We're buying into the neighborhood. I like it.
Yeah. And it's buying into the neighborhood. It's also like, you can come here and hide out. You can come here and hang out. You can come chill.
Cool.
And it's like, and I think Mr. Hyde would be a cool like mascot actually.
So we got to get
and you can hide out. You know what I mean? You can.
So are we talking about the Jekyll of Mr. Hyde?
Yeah, Mr. Hyde.
How cool would that be to get a memorial or a mural of
Mr. Hyde.
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde on the building?
That'd be dope.
Well, he turns into Jekyll at 12 a.m.
Right.
That's when the switch happens.
Oh, was it midnight based? I don't remember at all.
I don't know.
I was convinced you knew though.
Every full moon.
I thought it was
Something like
half.
werewolves?
It was half the moon that looks like half a fingernail.
If you got him wet after midnight.
Oh yeah, if you fed him after a
wet.
wet midnight.
That's right.
That's what it was.
I think that's what it was.
It was on a wet midnight though.
But yeah, so the whole building is the Hideout. We have the venue downstairs. We have Daniel Scott Films here. We're about to have Seckman Music. We have this, Slow Coast Studios. And this is like the kind of...
this is our art studio of Slow Coast Studios, I would say.
This would be maybe the photography and film studio part.
Yeah, and I would also reach out to any artists. We've had a couple people come in, and we're going to hopefully be producing a couple other podcasts in the near future.
Yeah.
So if that is something that you are interested in and you would like Slow Coast Studios to help you out, we have lots of options, lots of set options, and we have lots of know-how. We've been doing this for a little bit, so we can help you out and get you there for a pretty cheap price. So,
I actually talked to Lacey Cruz about that today.
Yeah, I heard that too. That's what I was saying.
She's pretty into it.
Yeah, and we've got Dee Dee and Core that want to do one, and we also have Janice. I think was another person that was with the was that her name that I did a meeting with about the woman's.
I'm gonna guess no, not her name because
Fair enough.
can't fucking remember her name to say.
Yeah, I don't have my notebook here, but
yeah.
And so
is
what
that
is
film studio? Is that like music videos and stuff like that? Or
Yeah. Daniel Scott Films is right next door to this room, and he has been doing music videos. I think he did.
He does a little bit of everything. Like he's into the whole.
He'll do photography, like band photography, and.
Yeah, I mean,
all that stuff.
Yeah, I was sitting here. I came up to the open house you guys had a little bit before while I was waiting for the wedding to start this weekend, and man, he really pretty talented guy next door here.
So super cool dude, and he, like I said, he's been doing music videos and stuff for everybody lately.
And I think he'll help us step our game up a little bit too.
Well, I like the friendly competition.
He's been doing this longer. I'd like to get.
I'm
notes
calling him for work. I'm not competing. I'm giving him work.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm definitely not competing. Cooperation over competition all day.
Yeah.
And so the nonprofit's still involved too, and that's called HARP, right? And
we haven't got it through the board yet, but we're thinking HARP instead of Muse. Muse is kind of a bad memory for us. There was some bad juju attached to that name. Even though we're keeping Muse Entertainment Group, the Muse Meridian Inc. name that we had our nonprofit, and we're changing that. And I think HARP is good. HARP, we're thinking helping artists reach potential. Real fucking simple.
That makes it better. When I hear what it stands for, I really like it. HARP sounds good at first, and then when I hear what you call it, it makes me like it more.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good name for it for sure.
Yeah, we had to get out of the Muse Meridian.
Why not? Let's just move on. I mean, we've already moved on to greener pastures, so let's just move the fuck on.
I think so too.
So after all that, I just wanted Aaron to get through all that so everybody knew what was going on. We got shout out to BarCode, Shout out to Kirby's, Wichita by EB. Party Rockerz is getting new and exciting costumes all the time. So get with Kayla, get with them. Sacred Leaf is doing big things for us all the time. And every Tuesday for the next 2 Tuesdays, we're giving out stuff at those nights at the Cowboys.
That's right.
The gummies will already be given out by the time this show comes out. But next Tuesday and the Tuesday after, we got shirts and some other stuff we're going to give out. So
awesome.
we also got Sunset Fest coming up real soon. We got 2 tickets to give away from that. We're still trying to figure out something kind of special for that giveaway. We'll figure it out soon enough. So let's go.
We're going to give away a date with Austin.
Yeah. so we're not giving away shit. Nobody's in.
Sorry about your luck.
Yeah. Yeah. Nobody wants to be put up on that pedestal. And then any takers? No takers. All right.
I'll give you $50.
Anyway. Now he's paying for the date. Austin will take you on a fucking date. But so let's cut to the graphic. And if you want to promote a show, if you're a venue and you want to promote with us, or if you're a band and you got a show coming up and you want to promote with us, get with us. We're doing still $5 a show, so $20 a.
Or if you got a good garage sale or something.
Yeah, I mean, really, we will take a fucking dollar from a fiddler on a roof. If your
kid doesn't have any friends, throwing a birthday party, we can get people there.
Yeah, we can get with there. Party Rockerz, and we bring Spider-Man and some friends.
That's right.
We show up as long as there's whiskey.
I don't think Spider-Man will show up.
No, it's Man Spider. Man Spider will be there.
Man Spider is also copyrighted by Marvel.
A mannish spider, a manly spider.
So arachnid person of interest.
Arachnid boy.
But let's cut to the graphic. Like I said, you could be there. That could be you on the graphic.
That's right.
Cheers.
Through your watershed disease, you can see the way the years are grinding. The twisted way you see contorts the truth, so now we're finding. Oh, you want me down?
Yeah, you're hot.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, you're hot.
Oh, sorry.
You're hot
Let
on
me
my.
just turn me down over here.
You're hot on my end.
Let me turn me down.
Let's turn it down to a
I
forgot.
forgot. I forgot that's the shitty part about 3 mics is he gets one.
I told you that we should always try to push for 2 guests because then he doesn't
Hey,
get the mic.
you know,
or at least hide the other mic.
I did tell
Steven
him.
looks really good. I think we'll just stick on him the whole podcast.
Now the sound man's cutting our guest off. So that is.
I did tell him at the last show. I was like, when I come on, he does need a mic. So
Shit. So it's your fault. Your
It is my
fucking
fault.
fault.
So
All right,
let's introduce Steven Shields. Steven Shields, thanks for coming in for episode 56.
Yeah.
Thanks for
standing
having
in
me.
on short notice, and we appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
Really appreciate you coming in.
Hell yeah.
So
We should have had you on a long time
Thanks
ago
for the
before
thumbnail.
yeah,
We should have had you on before the album dropped, but that's
that's all right.
all right. But so the album did drop. How's it going? Is it doing well?
It's awesome, man.
So what your solo project is? You say it. Say it. So
Audio Paradolia.
So is he just had an album release called Dope in January? Correct?
Yes,
And
I
is
can't
this-
remember the day now.
Is
but-
this the first project, solo project?
So there was a single that came out. Technically, I'm not calling it a solo project. I'm calling it a studio project because I'm doing features on almost every song.
Oh,
It's kind of
I got you. I
collaborative
got you.
type
Yeah.
of thing, but you're the
Yeah.
lead on it.
Yeah.
Are you singing and stuff on it, or what's
Yeah, most of the time I'll like do choruses. Every once in a while I'll do a verse or whatever, but I do all the music and then, you know.
I always said bass players make the best producers anyway.
Oh, really?
It's true.
I could buy that.
It's true.
My favorite band, Skin Shape, he also has like a studio
Skin
project.
Shape.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Have you heard of these guys?
Yeah.
I've got one Aaron hasn't heard of.
Palace is like the original band he was in. He was the bass player for that. And then he made a studio project called Skin Shape, and it's amazing.
Well, you're part of Nest Records. We'll let everybody know that you're also a bassist in For the Birds, one of the coolest bands running around
Yes,
this
sir.
town for sure.
Thank you.
And a great project. And so I would always wait till I meet the person before, and then I try to listen to their stuff afterwards. So, did the For the Birds come first, or did your this project come first?
Yeah, so I've been with For the Birds. God, I can't do the math now.
Long time.
2016 is when I joined. And this has just been really like 2 years ago, I think, was when I released the first single. But I've been working on it for a while now. So.
Oh yeah. So you always write songs. You always do that.
Yeah.
thing.
This is kind of the stuff that just doesn't work for the Birds.
Yeah, I got you.
But like,
So everybody kind of knows what For the Birds is. What's the difference between that and your other projects?
kind of hitting like all genres really. This last one was kind of like a boom bap, hip hop, and then there was like a little bit of lo-fi.
Nice.
speaking my fucking
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Got horns in there?
Horns and shit.
But I am talking to Josue.
Nice.
So
Nice.
hopefully I get him in on a song.
Josue.
Yeah. Very, very talented.
Yeah, I've got a song in mind for him. So
Yeah, that'd be a hell of a good collab there, man.
yeah.
So I mean, I think that's what's really cool about Nest Records is like there's even today or yesterday I was seeing that they were like sitting around in the studio collabing, doing cool shit, man. Like,
Yeah. I saw they were at Red Cat, and
Yeah.
and I always love tracking with Luke.
Oh man, Luke is the best.
Yeah.
Well, give a shout out to that. Who's that?
Luke Wallace.
Luke Wallace from Red Cat.
I don't know who that is. So
Well, he's a redhead, so that's why it's Red Cat.
He's out in Peck, man.
Yeah, he's out in Peck, and he has like he's redone this. It's like the old Peck schoolhouse, right?
Yeah, it's an old schoolhouse.
And he's redone that and made that his home and his studio.
that sounds fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
It's really beautiful too. Like he's done a really good job.
and he gets some really good sounds out of there.
This sounds like a guest we should have on.
Definitely. a guest.
Yeah,
We should
Luke,
have
come
on.
out to the show, bro.
Yeah.
I haven't met the guy.
We should go to his studio and do it.
Yeah, do it on location.
I totally.
Yeah, he used to do a
Yeah.
podcast out of there with.
I did it.
Glenn.
Yeah. I've done that one twice actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Doing
I forget what it
you're
was
doing
called.
podcasts without me. How dare you?
Well,
it was years ago.
They say the one condition. The one condition of you coming out here is don't tell Austin.
Don't
you're
tell
doing
Austin.
this.
Don't tell Austin. We're not having
Yeah. Don't tell Austin, man. But yeah, they were doing it was the ICT radio thing.
Where in
Yes.
the fuck is Peck, Kansas at? I'm sorry, I don't know where that's
All
at.
right, do you know where Kansas Star Casino is?
Yeah, right by the casino.
Oh, okay.
Directly west of there.
If
yeah.
you go a little bit further and turn into Kansas Star, it's right there. But if
Okay.
you go right on like the last road before the casino, you end up in his driveway. Yeah.
Oh,
And a
okay.
tip: if you're going to record there, don't do it on a Sunday because the burger place is closed right now.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, right across the street from him is Boudreaux's.
fucking good.
So his studio has a cool burger place across the street, similar to
across the
ours.
street.
So we
Yeah.
have a lot of things in common with
Well,
this.
except he has Boudreaux's Burgers.
Yeah, it's a
and we
little
have
like
fucking
the
like
Wichita
dog
thing.
and shake.
The
I
Dog
feel
and
like
Shake.
you're talking down on Dog and Shake right now as a
Yeah.
future sponsor of this show. You should calm down.
Boudreaux's is amazing. You should have Boudreaux's.
Yeah.
We're not winning sponsors over you with you talking
You'd be
trash.
talking like this if you had Boudreaux's.
Well, I mean, it's a hometown place, and there's probably the only burger place in all of fucking Peck, Kansas.
It's probably the only restaurant.
They need to pay you first before you start hyping them up. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to try it.
Change my tune.
That's right. That's right.
And we need to have a Dog and Shake. What is the name of this place? Boudreaux's.
Ooh, we'll have a Pepsi challenge.
Yeah, we have a fucking
Yeah.
burger off.
I'm into that.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
But no, so Nest was always described to me as a collective of producers.
Yeah, by artists for artists.
Yeah.
I love that about actually Nest Records. So, and I love the feel of. Now we've interviewed quite a few of the artists from there, and like their vibe is awesome to me. Like
Yeah,
it seems
yeah.
like a really open, well shared vibe as far as like what I see as collaborative. You know, like
Yeah, I
what
think
you
so.
talk about a lot. So that's
Yeah.
what I love about
a lot
that
of
place.
sweat equity. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys have been at that for a really long time, longer than we have been at our angle here. But yeah, lots of cool shit always coming out of there.
Yeah.
And a lot of just big ass names. I mean, it's like Sir Charles, Thane.
Benno.
Benno's
has
great.
been killing
So
it
I've
there.
known Benno for a really long time.
Is that
man.
Mike?
Mike, yeah.
Well,
So-
I remember him. He would because he knew I liked hip hop. He would always want to. He'd sit down next to me at the bar and he'd drop some bars on me. He was
Yeah.
always really good.
Oh, he will.
Dude.
yeah, he's really good.
So I was doing this open mic night at the Driftwood back in the day, and he lived really close over there, and so he'd come over, and I knew his sister, I think it is, or his mom, something like that, and so she introduced him to me as like, hey, Aaron does music, you do music, you guys should be friends, you know, and
Perfect.
and that's what it was, man. He just woodshedded so hard. He'd be over there with this little pad of paper, just writing rhymes as he's feeling them, you know,
Yeah.
and he put it away.
He does it quick.
Pick it right
too.
back up, just boom, boom, boom.
I've done two songs with him. He heard it that day. And was like, "Let me write something."
Yeah.
Does it super quick.
Isn't that
Like,
impressive when you see
And-
that?
I can't do it.
That's
It
impressive
takes
to
me
me.
days to.
And you're talking
write
about
something.
sweat equity, man. That guy just puts it in there.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And-
he's
and-
a hard worker for sure.
And he's a killer rapper. He's probably one of my favorite in town. Just
I
bar
yeah,
none,
I'm there.
man.
I'm there with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I
He's,
try not to say too
really
many
good.
favorites because I like hip hop music so much.
He did just mess up his leg skating though, so hopefully.
Well, I've been
Yeah.
watching his. I've been watching his videos. He's a pretty good little skater too, actually.
Yeah.
but,
That's the last time I seen
but I
him,
feel like he's
actually.
getting too old for that shit.
Yeah, I think he tore something.
See,
ACL
when
or
you-
something.
oh,
so.
see, well, shout out to Mike. I hope
that
he's doing
skate park's right by my house. So I always take my kid over there.
I love that
you know,
skate park
and,
too. Shout out to the city for putting that in.
And so I was out there just letting my kids skate, you know, just chilling in my car because I ain't about to go break my fucking legs. You know what I mean? So I'm chilling. And Mike goes, "What the fuck are you doing here?" And I'm like, "Man, that's my kid." And he's like, "Dude, I just dropped this stuff. Is it Immortal Buddha or something he's working on?"
Yeah,
I
he's doing
think
great
that's
stuff
right.
too.
Yeah.
God, way
So-
to pull that out of
He's on Thane's
you're-
record as well.
Yeah.
And killed it.
Is he
man.
on? Is he
That
on
was a
your?
killer.
Is he on your record?
No, we are on the same record though. I did 2 songs for Thane, and he did. I think he did all the other beats that are on Thane's album.
Oh, nice.
We
So-
are on the same album, but it's just not mine.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so the tracks that Mike played for me then, kind of reminiscent of what Thane's doing. That like that throwback. It's like the Wu-Tang kind of flavor. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Little New York style?
Tribe Called
Yeah.
Quest.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
boom bap.
There we go.
Yeah, boom bap. But badass, you know what I mean? Is that kind of Immortal Buddha's style? Is that like his?
I think so.
His thing?
I think he
Like
does some sampling. I don't know exactly how his process works.
Yeah.
Another person I'm talking to do something collab.
Yeah,
you know.
I've never met him, but I'm super impressed by the guy already. You know what I mean? Just
Who-
from
what's his
hearing his
name
tracks. Immortal Buddha.
Who is he? Give a shout
I
out to
don't
him.
know his actual name.
He's,
I only know him by that.
Is he a hip hop artist in this town?
He's a messiah that apparently will
He's
live
a
forever.
beat maker.
So he's a guru. He just flies in.
Buddha.
Yeah.
But he's immortal.
Yeah, forever.
Forever.
He was there before, and he will be thereafter.
I feel like we're creating too much of a legend for this person. Does he deserve it? I mean, this is some shit I wish was said about me when I'm not in a room.
Well, he's bringing all that old juju from Wu-Tang to me, man.
Yeah.
So I'm.
Yeah, no, that's great.
All right.
I'll put 36 chambers on him.
So when we're talking Nest Records and we're talking beats, who's usually in charge of making the beats around that place? And if you're doing it for your album or Thane stuff, like where does all that come from?
So with Thane, I've written 2 beats. The How I Live, that was a collab track.
That's a good track. That's a good track. Yeah.
Thank you.
I download all you guys' music. I get you guys support us, so we support you back for sure.
Yeah. So that one I wrote, and then I was really trying to get Thane on there. I think he was a little hesitant at first.
Right.
And then I was like, well, Kush, you could be on it. And then
Thane's
Thane was like, no, I got it. Yeah.
You want me?
Yeah.
Perfect.
So
Perfect.
yeah, so there is a little bit of like competitiveness
That's awesome.
there sometimes.
Well, especially in
but-
hip hop, that's what always created great hip hop is the competitiveness of it. Is like going back at each other with
Yeah.
better beats and better lyrics. And I mean, there's a number of songs where people battle each other on the same song.
Yeah.
Trying to outdo each other.
And we started doing that battle rap thing.
Yeah, that's coming up soon. Me and you got
No, man.
me and you are
already went
judges
down
coming
one.
up soon though.
Oh, are we?
Like in June.
Oh, let's do it.
I got to
Let's
check
go.
that out. I did
go.
see the video of
I heard
of
Kush just destroyed this girl.
I heard it.
Sometimes you got
Poor
to.
girl,
Sometimes
man.
if you know it's a rap battle, I'm gonna
Yeah,
make you eat
I'm-
your fucking
I'm
lunch.
with you. I'm
Yeah.
with you.
And Kush Powers has been doing. I mean, Kush Powers is a good hip hop artist in
Yeah,
town by
yeah,
a mile.
yeah.
A good freestyle artist from what I've seen. Like you better.
And his live show is just getting better and better.
Yeah,
every time
Yeah.
I see it, I'm like, that was the best show I've ever seen you do.
Thank you. You nailed it because I actually got to. Through this man, got to see Kush Powers come up through the open mics he started a little bit before he got going with Nest Records,
Yeah.
and he has really come a long way. The
Yeah.
kid is really talented, and he's
And,
fun.
yeah,
and what I
really
dig
good.
about the dude is like his personality is always there.
Yeah.
He's fun.
You know,
Doesn't matter if the song's
Yeah.
sad, happy.
It don't matter if he's on stage
Yeah.
or not.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
like,
yeah,
I like
it's
that.
true.
It's just
So shout out
he's
to Kush.
always on. He's always on all the time, and it's
Yeah.
the same personality.
Always
Hanging
positive.
out or on stage. It's just
I mean, it's rare that like a real person has a catchphraise, but his is positivity.
positivity.
I like it. I like that about the kid. The kid
Yeah.
is a good vibe.
Well, he's
Like,
positive.
sure.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
positivity.
And he's been coming out with cool fucking merch and songs for a hot minute.
Yeah,
Actually,
true.
I mean,
Yeah.
I give him credit for that because it's kind of nice. Because through Aaron and John, sitting around at their open mics, watching on Wednesdays and Thursdays, I've got to watch a lot of artists grow. So it's been really kind of a fun time for me over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
I think it's super important to have those open mics, man. Like,
Yeah, I went to one the first night I turned 21, and I was just way too nervous to get up there. But that's the only one I've been to. I need to check them out more.
yeah, definitely, man, definitely. For me, it's just stage time, and I think you can rehearse in your damn basement as much as you want, but it's not worth what stage time is worth.
Well, I
Being
think
on the
it's
stage is different than knowing your acts.
Well, then it's- I think
what
it's
stage
cool.
time does is it's a whole nother
I think it's
thing.
cool if you're like a bassist for another band and you have another project and you want to go like, here's what this might be like, and you kind of shoot.
Yeah.
I mean, just like he said, you probably do a lot of stuff with the band that you're in, or you're trying to do something different on your own, or you maybe have a duo like John has this thing with Brad. It's cool to like watch them progress and learn through the open mics. Like there's a ton of them in town. I mean, there's BarCode and whoever else, and Kirby's got one on Monday night. Even here, there's an all ages open mic here on Monday nights. Tuesday nights we'll be at Cowboy Tonight, and you got Wednesday nights at Barleycorns, Thursdays at Shamrock. So you got open mics all over town.
Yeah.
Fridays and Saturdays, I discourage them. I don't think people need to be.
Yeah.
Fridays and Saturday nights.
Acts, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
well, Fridays and Saturday nights, it seems like the open mics go away and the regular.
But Sunday they come right back, man. Don Bradley's doing one at Bill and Mary's, where we first started.
Where is Bill and Mary's?
these.
Where is that place?
Man, if you just smell for gunpowder and blood,
It's got that one of them dirt parking lots.
it's South Broadway and 235. Right, and you know one of the funniest
That's
thing
enough, that's enough.
about Bill and Mary's, man. The funniest thing ever is that parking lot will be full at 8 o'clock in the morning, tomorrow morning, every morning. The parking lot's full.
They give away free booze at 8 o'clock.
Nah, it ain't free booze, but like,
Oh.
You think that's what's going on?
yeah, it's like people are going. I got to go to work. I need to have 6 drinks before I go to work. Or I'm gonna just shake like this.
That
the whole
does sound
time.
like Broadway.
Yeah,
Well, are they selling booze before 9 o'clock?
I don't know what they
Well,
do, but
I
I just know that it is like,
Oh, it's like the spot where the Shakers go.
yeah, I think
Where
so.
the-
I think so.
Well, I've worked at a liquor store before. I don't know if any of you guys have. I've opened a liquor store.
Mm-hmm.
If you've ever opened a liquor store, and we all know if anybody, you got the few people that
The
are out there,
shakers.
shaker, and it's all jokes aside, that's sorry for them, but pour me a drink while we talk about it.
Yeah. While we talk about dependency,
Why
let's just go
we
ahead.
talk about this?
Yeah.
But yeah, if you've ever opened a liquor store, there's definitely the Shakers are perusing the place like a bunch of zombies in the morning.
But
Yeah.
so that was always the reputation for Bill and Mary's. But like they gave us really our first shot starting an open mic, and we did it.
So that's where the Aaron Underwood open mics began.
So how did you start something like that? Were you a sound guy at the time, or
Yeah,
were
good
you
question.
just a musician that wanted to do it?
Oh, dude,
Great question.
I drank a lot. I don't know if I remember this, but it was me and Dave Probst,
Yeah.
and we walked into there, and I want to say this was after the Betty's Runway open mics that we did, and I was brought into that one as a player, and Bill and Mary's was right down the street, and we knew a couple of the people that were involved because they would just come right up, you know, and they wanted to get out of their bar for a minute, go check out another bar, and so they had a smoking patio that was big enough we could set up our band and play out there.
Oh yeah.
So it started out as the smoking jam at Bill and Mary's because we could smoke and play at the same time. I had an ashtray velcroed to my bass drum.
Nice.
That is some
So you're a
fucking,
drummer at the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is some fucking like straight up like
Yeah,
ashtray in the bowling alley type shit.
That shit was like 9-10 years ago, you know? And we just took the same day that Betty's did. I think it was like a Monday or something like that, some off day. And it just did its thing, but eventually nobody really was making enough money, and I was like, yeah, I'll go do this for a while. And then somebody was like, hey, man, if you guys get back together, we'll pay you this. Mm-hmm. And so we'll go do that for a while. And, yeah, just kind of moved around. Our pinnacle was probably the stadium, the old stadium
which
bar.
was the first bar I ever went to, and the first
Yeah.
open jam I ever saw was
Yeah.
at the stadium.
That was where...
In the corner, in that weirdest little
Yeah,
corner.
yeah. Man, that was so much fun. Like, I remember meeting David
Wasn't the fries,
Massey and
didn't the
Andrew
fries on that at the
Drewski
time?
there.
Didn't the fries on it at that time?
Fries.
I can't remember. I know
Well, yeah. Back in the day, you're right. Lori and Brittany Fry.
Yeah.
Lori and Brittany Fry. You said the fries. I'm thinking dog and shake still.
No.
I was like,
Yeah.
Is that a place Jeannie owned?
yeah.
Yeah.
So Jeannie bought it from them.
From the fries.
No.
Or the other way. Then the fries got it back a couple of times.
Nah, it was like there was somebody in the middle. I'm trying to remember. It was like Tina or something, and it was Tina's place. And
That
then-
place was crazy always though. I had some fun.
Yeah.
There. I had some fun.
Yeah.
there.
Man, I got some stories, dude.
Me too.
I think I met you for the first time at Jerry's.
At Jerry's.
Yeah.
I met you.
Like fairly recently?
No. Like 2016.
Okay.
Like first year I was in For the Birds,
Oh, bet. Okay.
and you're
okay.
running sound. I believe that's
There
the
you go.
first time. At least the first time I remember having a conversation with you.
Yep.
You were running sound for a concert for the Birds at Jerry's? Or not?
Very possibly, yeah. Guys, it all bleeds.
Or you were there.
It all bleeds together for me. It really
I know, but
does.
I like to put you on the spot and see what you remember.
Yeah, don't because like
He's got so many fucking stories. I love when somebody hits him with a good question.
I don't really. I don't remember details because they all bleed together
It
so
could have been
much.
Gus too, because he was traveling around with us for a long time.
Really?
Yeah, like doing sound
Gus
for
is
almost
hilarious,
every.
man.
He is a funny
I
person.
missed that guy.
If you hang out
What
with
is his
Gus
name?
for any
Gus
Gus Ruiz,
Ruiz.
I don't know.
Reese.
He also plays bass.
if you hang out with that dude for any length of time,
This
you
is
got
a pretty
good story
bass heavy
going on.
show.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like every bassist in town's been on this show twice.
You remember Danger Brothers? You remember Danger Brothers?
Yeah, I know the Danger Brothers. Yeah, I,
So-
know. I
so,
just
like,
know
he
those
was-
guys. I like those guys.
He was the bass player for.
Oh,
Danger
really?
Brothers.
Okay, well then I know him then.
Yeah.
I know.
think
him.
Dark
they
hair,
back
goofy
together.
as fuck. Love that guy.
Are they now?
I saw.
Well,
some
I know they did a
videos.
podcast at Nest Records. Is like right after we started our podcast.
I had.
They
no
had a
idea.
Nest Records podcast.
Yeah,
with,
yeah, I
with
remember that.
Boss Man
Yeah.
and the Danger Brothers.
But Gus quit though. He like sold all.
And
his
shout out
gear
to the
and
Boss
shit.
Man always when
Oh,
we get a
really?
chance. Shout out to the
Yeah,
Boss Man
well,
always.
and I think Gus like
He
quit
had a really
drinking,
good
and so
rig.
he kind of had to like back
Yeah,
out of the
stepped
scene
out, right.
completely.
Which
You know,
power to him, man. I'm glad he's getting his shit together.
guys, it's
Love
really
that
it's
guy.
really hard to like quit drinking while you're in the scene.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you're
What do you
playing
mean?
bars all the time. Oh,
He says as he sips
Yeah.
his whiskey.
yeah, I don't know what I mean.
Apple juice. Sorry. Apple
Yeah,
juice.
apple juice, sweet tea, maybe.
This is local. This is some local shiz.
You say that with a grimace.
Yeah, it tastes great.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's just not rye.
It's just it's just whiskey. But whew. So when did you decide to start trying to branch off and do your own like separate
So
solo act?
I started like recording around the same year I joined For the Birds, and it's shortly after my brother passed is when I joined For the Birds, and it was kind of like,
I'm sorry to hear that.
no, it's okay. It actually is part of the reason I joined. Like, it kind of made me realize life is short. You know.
Well, were you doing any
Yeah.
music before that?
But I mean, always writing and stuff like that. Me and IC knew each other in 7th grade, and we always played together, writing songs and all kinds of, you know.
bet.
So when
stuff
you
like
say
that.
writing songs, when I hear writing songs, were you writing bass for songs, or were you
No.
writing full songs with lyrics?
No,
or what do
acoustic
you?
guitar, a lot of like folk, like Days at the New.
There you go. I love
yeah.
Days of the New.
I
that,
do too.
That kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
It influenced a lot of people, man. You know?
That's fucking good music, man. I don't care who you are.
Yeah. So I always played with IC. They were looking for a new bass player.
So it just kind of fit.
Yeah, and my brother was bass player, so like there was kind of like a, I don't know,
Pick
just-
up the torch kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
A little bit. Like I mean, you were already kind of doing the same thing together. Did you and your brother play music together?
Oh yeah, yeah. My whole family. Some dad gave me a guitar when I turned 8 or so.
Nice.
Oh, so you come from a real music background. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Did you have the family band like
Yeah, family business was.
Mama Please Please?
I always want to hear
Yeah.
family band. I feel like it's bell bottoms and like matching outfits and like
dude. You ever see that picture of like Matt Clare with
Don't
his
know who
family
Matt Clare
bands
is.
and it's like
Yes, I
red
know.
and white shirts? They're all
yes,
in
something
red and
about
white
that makes me
shirts.
feel good when you all got the same shit on.
I love it. I love
Yeah,
it.
but family was like played a lot of bluegrass, like Beatles and
kick
stuff
ass.
like that. So
So you had a lot of positive influence musically.
Oh, yeah,
growing up.
for
So
sure.
Did you play in band in school and all that stuff too? As well?
no. I wish I did. I wish I played jazz band and stuff like that. I still can't read music, but
Bro, same.
I know.
Really?
I know a little
Same,
theory.
nerd.
Same.
So John, can you read music?
In high school, I could write music on blank staff paper faster and prettier than English.
So cool.
Music is
Jesus, I didn't want you to stroke your I can read music.
just saying,
dick.
music
I just
is
needed
always
you.
been
I
more
just.
effective to me
I
than
asked the
anything
question,
else.
John, can you read music?
Yes.
There's that.
There we go.
There it is.
No,
Sorry,
dude,
I'm extra.
You know what's funny, man? Is like in high school they had a class called beginning guitar, right?
Okay.
And so I was like, oh, I'll take beginning guitar. This sounds like a fucking super easy class for me. I failed that class with an 18%. But I was the guy that taught everybody how to play whatever
Yeah.
cool songs were going on.
Yeah.
That's one beautiful thing about music is there's kind of like a technical route and there's kind of like I can just fucking do this.
Yeah, I hear it. I don't have to fucking read it.
Okay, so so you guys have been playing music for a long time. So this is where my mind goes as just a guy who can't read a note, can't play a note. So you guys have been playing music and can hear it and play it for the most part because you guys can do covers and you can do your own shit. And how does that not translate into you being able to read like written music? Like I don't get it.
Because there's a staff and you have to know
Written music is a skill like everything
Yeah.
else.
You have to know where that note is. Like I could tell you, oh, that's a quarter note. Well, that's a whole note.
Yeah.
But I don't know where on the scale that goes. And also, I'm dyslexic, so
Brother.
it's just going to be harder.
Bro,
you
I
know?
get you, dude. I'm gonna fuck dying.
So,
Well, yeah, and there's plenty of people that can speak English that can't read it.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, fair enough.
Just saying.
Fair enough. Fair
it is
enough.
that way. These weird symbols have nothing to do
So
with
I
my
feel like,
communicating.
I feel like if you guys went into, let's say, trying to write music and like read it and put it out, you would have a leg up over most like me.
I could write it out on tab. Like, I could do like.
I think you guys
I feel
could do
like
it
we could-
eventually. You just don't have to fuck with it.
yeah, I feel like there is probably some link that we go, oh shit, and then it just like
Yeah,
makes
that's why I feel
sense.
like a little bit of like
don't know.
coaching, and you guys would nail it because you already know it. Like
Yeah.
someone like me would it would be
if I
negative.
studied it for like
A little bit.
20 minutes a day, maybe
Yeah, a
in
little
20
bit.
hours, I could figure it
'Cause
out.
you
I've always
guys-
told people that
because you guys already speak the language.
the
You know what I
difference
mean?
is knowing the actual terminology to effectively communicate what's in your brain. You need your
Which-
idea
which
to
would
go
be
into
theory.
another musician, and that's where theory comes
Yeah.
in, right?
Yeah.
And reading music and all that kind of stuff gets you into a place where you can like more effectively articulate what you're trying to do music.
I don't need your theory. I deal in cold hard facts.
I do know.
Ooh,
I
the
went-
gauntlet
I
has
know
been
theory.
thrown
Hey,
down.
I went to music theory. I went to music theory because I already felt the music
Stuff
and I
your
wanted to know
theory
why.
in a sack. We got cold hard
I
facts.
need cold hard facts, bud.
Yeah.
Well, I give
Yeah.
you both.
The theory
'Cause I
of
can do
whatever.
Well, the
Yeah.
thing is, theory be damned. It's about fucking break time, and I cannot wait to get into motherfucking Southpaw
Is it-
Keyboardists as soon as I
is
get
it
done.
break
with
time?
It
Oh,
is.
Oh yeah, we got to come back to Southpaw.
We are
Keyboardists.
coming right back.
I know he's got something to say about
Sou-
it too.
I just
I'll
want to
save
see
it,
your
yeah.
sour puss ass face before I go out and have a
He's already making the face.
Southpaw Keyboardists Unite. I'm making a T-shirt, dude. I already got it right here. Look, see,
It's going to be a great shirt.
Yeah, he's got it.
Southpaws Unite.
I'll help you design it.
It's gonna be beautiful.
If there are any other errands that would like this seat, I don't want to change the logo or anything. I don't
Don't
want
let
to
him
change the
lie.
name.
Don't
of
let
it.
him lie to you. He loves this show.
You have to get a face transplant, like face.
All right, let's take,
No, it's but we could probably CGI that bitch. You know what I mean?
bro.
Just- it'd be
Everybody's
great.
a fake reptilian anyway. I can
That's
get
what
an,
I'm
I
saying.
can get an Aaron mask for somebody else. I get it for John. I can't keep him off the fucking mic
CGI
anyway.
this bitch. It's great.
I just get a fucking John one, and we'll just fucking FaceTime that shit. All right, let's go. Let's take a break. We'll be right back with the more Southpaw Keyboardists
My
Unite.
fucking God.
All right, hey, let's get off the old building vibes and run back into the Southpaw.
Yeah, let's.
God, can we skip the fucking Southpaw?
No,
No,
dude,
we got to
it's
talk
a
about it.
whole
I
part
already,
of it.
I talked to Austin. I was like, hey, we have to have this conversation.
See?
Shit. Okay,
See?
but you're and you're a fan, so you know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
On
No,
the damn
no,
Southpaw
he
keyboard.
just loves-
You're a bass player, though.
Yeah.
Are
So,
you left-handed?
so share with me.
Are you left-handed?
Your honest fucking perspective. Don't
No.
cater to fucking Austin on
Dude,
this. Tell me
don't
your
be
honest
mad.
My honest perspective
on
Okay.
keyboard players.
Well, the thing is,
Because-
are we ready, John? Can we
Oh,
light this
yeah.
fire?
Oh,
Yeah, we're
we've
good.
been rolling. We're gonna take it from like
yeah.
fuck
Dude, there's a whole bunch of
Southpaw,
shit.
whatever. Yeah.
So
Okay,
my
so-
Yeah.
my honest opinion,
Honest opinion.
because I feel like I'm a producer first.
Okay,
Before
fair,
I think
fair.
of live music, I think of what serves the song, and think about Bill Withers.
Use me.
Use me. That song would not be the same if it didn't have bass keys.
It's
on
not
it.
bass keys. It's clavinova,
Okay. Well.
and he's not in the bass register.
Okay, but it does
What
have.
did
a,
all that mean?
I'm saying that the bass
What is
line
what
to
is
that
okay?
song.
What is first of all the first thing he said? We're too stupid to know. You guys know.
Clavino.
Yeah. What is clavinoa?
Clavinova is the down whap down.
So what the fuck is that? Okay, what the fuck is that?
It's like a keyboard.
It's like a
but
synth
it has strings in
keyboard
it
or
or
It's a
something.
clavinet.
So it's a different
Sort
instrument.
of
Clavinova,
thing.
yeah.
Right.
It's a different instrument.
You could say it's keyboard.
Oh,
though.
So what is it? A string instrument? A keyboard?
No,
What the fuck
it's
is
a
it?
keyboard.
played
It's
like
a keyboard.
this.
But like keyboard, you have a Wurlitzer, you have a Hammond, you have a
So it's a different
Clavinova,
kind of
You have a
keyboard.
harpsichord,
Organs.
you have organs.
Yeah.
Hey,
You
so,
got so much,
you know how
so
a
much.
hammer
Oh,
on
Jesus,
a
John's
guitar
back.
works?
Okay, here we go.
A hammer on a guitar?
Yes.
That's a clavinet. It just smacks down on the string in the right spot and makes the right note.
And usually has like an envelope on it, so it's like
How do you
wow.
just-
That was a
describe that,
pretty
Aaron.
good. That was a pretty good.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so
Thanks, John.
So it's a
Actually, that was
clavinova,
worthwhile.
and it's about in mid range. The bass line on that song,
It is different
it's
than
different.
what
It
the
goes, do-do-do, 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 do-do-do.
yes.
I think I like the keyboard part better though.
It is better.
See?
But
Oh,
but
Scott.
they had to construct that. They had to construct that
That is
because
true.
they's in similar.
So
frequencies.
they played together
They
Yes.
played off each other.
instead of against each other, which you're against. That's where you come from.
That's what I'm telling you.
I
So
also
in a good keyboardist band, there's no bassist necessary. Is what you're saying.
Well, I will fucking murder that.
That's what I heard.
We successfully survived the 80s, and I don't need that shit.
when I think of production wise, sometimes I'll just have an octave lower than the bass playing the root notes.
There you go.
And
What does root notes mean for all the dumb notes?
so if the guitar is playing a G, it's playing the lowest G possible.
like backing it up.
Or a root note is just the dominant.
Yep.
It's the root.
So do you
of
guys
the
have
root
like,
of the
do you guys
chord.
have an obligation as bassists a lot of times to like just follow in?
If you're in a band that sucks and they want you to play the
Well,
root
dude,
note,
I'll tell you.
yeah, explain that to me. Explain it to us. So like we're not all in bands, guys.
So-
You guys know the shit we don't. Believe it or not.
so there is benefit to like having a solid bass player that plays the root note. A lot of like metal bands, they're playing the lowest note of the chord, the root, and
So
playing
you're
it the-
basically like backing up the guitarist's
yeah,
notes.
you're making the guitar huge.
So
Like,
is that like a? I mean, explain that to me a little bit better.
I want to present it like this, and,
Okay,
I,
thank
and interrupt me at any time because I
Yeah.
want your input.
Both
yeah,
of you
But
guys.
like,
yes,
okay,
sure.
so I have played with a whole bunch of different bands, man. Like like literally like 50 different bands around the time, you know.
I think
so,
it's 67.
So over here, I want to present you the guitar player that isn't that fucking good, but he sings really well and he writes good songs. So he's coming out with mainly like power chords kind of things. He's like, and so at that point, he's just
So you have to fill in.
yeah. Now I get to fill in. Now I get
No, you
to.
don't have to. It's get to. In your
I
mind.
get to.
and you look excited about that.
Stretch. Yeah. Because I am. 'Cause
Okay.
I'm not limited. He's just fucking giving me like
He's giving you open
power
door?
chords on the one. Fucking, this is great. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's
Like-
doing
like,
the
so he-
bass's normal job, so you can branch out and do
So
the
he's
other
going
flashy stuff.
dong,
Right.
and I go do 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 do.
because
So you get to put in a
Yeah.
little,
Basically-
like a bass to what he's doing.
you
I
become
get
the
to run the
melody.
line.
I know
yeah.
it's a bass,
You
but I don't
become the
mean like-
melody.
I
at
become
that
the
point.
melody. There we go.
Yeah.
Now, that's more to the point. Okay.
And that's what a lot
This
I
guy-
do with For the Birds is I hold a lot of the melody. This
Hell
last
yeah.
album is a lot of like me and IC are playing the same thing, but they're all riffs. We're not just hammering on one note.
right. So over here you have the guy, and these are my keyboard player motherfuckers that I don't like. But like
He's
so-
sitting right here.
So what I'm saying about what I'm saying about the other end of the spectrum, I guess, is that I'm a singer-songwriter. I self-accompany. Whether I'm playing the guitar, whether I'm playing the keyboard, whatever it is, I accompany myself.
Like
this
Elton
hand does
John.
the bell. Yeah,
Yeah.
this hand does the bass drum, or
the bass guitar.
The bass guitar, and then I'm playing melody over here. So they do everything. So now they go, okay, bass player, go.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, take your fucking left hand and sit on it.
I get where
Let's
you're
go
coming
here.
from.
You know?
And I think
I don't.
I think it applies more.
Now all I'm able to do is go boom, ba-da-doom, ba-da-doom.
I think it applies more when you're talking about live.
Okay, now I get it a little
feel
bit.
me?
I finally got it a little bit.
You feel me? Like that.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying.
so when you have that open system with the so I will ask you both this question a question that came to my mind as
Can I say something before?
yes,
we
yes,
yeah,
please,
definitely,
please.
definitely.
So
let me write this space question down.
I feel like that comes down to writing and not having a solid relationship with your bass player.
Well,
if you
I don't want to tell any writer how to write.
yes
Write how you write. We're going to adapt to that.
but are you filling in for this band? Or are you their bass player for this?
I'm the bass player.
Okay, so in that case, you need to say, "Hey, we need to make this work."
And I do every time. I have
Because
for
what
20
you're doing
years.
is we're stepping on each other.
Right.
And if we're going to write together, then we need to accompany each other.
Bro,
or just get two keyboardists.
So this band this band has been going on a long time.
Sorry, I cannot wait to
that's
pull
how it
that
always
string.
goes. Okay, that's how it always goes. The person I'm talking about in particular, he would tour around as a solo guitar player singer. He toured. He was doing just fine before I came along. Doing just fine before he decided to go band. He was good. So that's how he naturally just brings songs to the table. I'm not gonna fuck with that. I'm
Playing
all right
like a
with that.
guitar, but is it a keyboard
No.
you're talking about?
He's a
Okay.
guitarist. He's a guitarist, but he self-accompanies. You know what I mean? Like he's a very good guitar player, and he can play all the parts while he's going.
What do you mean by
he's
this
very
term
accomplished.
self-accompany?
I'm trying to figure it out for guitar too, because
Oh,
you only
okay.
have a register that doesn't really go into the bass territory unless you have a pedal. that is an octave pedal.
Okay, More Than Words, Extreme. Okay,
Song that broke the band, bro.
You know the
Really?
song I'm talking
Hey,
about, though?
can you talk in a
I can think
six?
of the vocal melody.
Sorry.
That's
You're
all.
hot on my- you're hot on my
yeah.
end.
So the guitar goes. Dum, dance, dum, dance, dum, dance,
Okay, I got it in my head now.
He's flinging around all the bass notes.
Mm-hmm.
It's all right there. There's really no room for a bass player to come in and do that. That's why that was one guitar, one vocal song almost.
It's not
You know
in the
what I mean?
register. It's in how the guitar is being played.
That's what I'm saying. And how the guitar is being played.
Right.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
Although I would
So
say
the
to that,
so the guitarist can sit on your notes just like the keyboardist can.
All day long, he can fog it up.
I would
He
say
may
to
be
that,
doing-
muck it
there,
up.
there is a way to play a bass line to
There
that.
totally
and
is.
And I was just hearing it when you're doing it. You play in octaves. You know, you follow the root note, and you go doom det. Like you're hitting it on the snare.
Yeah.
Like
So I have a question. This
You're
goes
not
back to
wrong.
my
There's
question.
always a way, but that's a fundamental player.
So this
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. The two different sides of that spectrum demands different things. Now, as individuals and as artists, we can influence either one
but things
to
get
the other
flexible.
extreme. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's flexible. It's art form.
Yeah.
You know?
Once we agree and we
So-
respect
Yeah.
where each
so this
other are,
my
we
question is
understand
on
it,
this
we can stay
vein.
out
My
each
question is
other's
on this
way.
vein to stay
Yeah.
right where we're at actually. So as I listen to, and we've had a lot of bass players on the show. Is there ever the bass written first?
Paul Simon writes.
Okay, no,
bass
I'm talking
first.
about like
Yeah.
it seems like a lot of times the bass is kind of secondary to what the guitar's doing or the keyboardist is doing or what's going on in the band.
Yes and no. Okay. Yes and no. You're saying a lot of times, but that's a misnomer.
Yeah, I want you to explain
so
to me.
Waiting on Service off album 2, bass came first. I wrote
you
the
go.
whole thing out.
So is there sometimes when you make a song, the bass comes first,
Okay.
the guitar comes
Yeah.
first, the vocals comes
And
first?
it actually
or-
influences the genre for me. So
And what he's saying, and I just caught this, and I respect you very much for it. What he's saying is he writes different songs different ways.
I like that
appreciate
too.
that.
I like that
So,
too.
That's killer. That's
all my-
killer.
And that's kind of what I meant by my follow-up question instantly.
I
was
appreciate that a lot.
It almost seems like
I
what
do.
is the featured part of the song? You can write that first and build around
Yeah.
it.
You can feature different things.
Yes.
Ah.
But I will say to you guys
Brilliant.
as we sit here and talk, and we talk to a lot of basses, like you guys are kind of just feel like following these root notes as you say it, and kind of it's nice when the bass.
So-
To me, as a person in the crowd, I like it when there's a cool song where, like you're talking about, and you guys are talking about, where the guitar is featured, and then we got a cool song where maybe the bass is featured, or and then maybe we have. I like that as a person in the crowd.
my what I'm trying to do every time when I'm in a song, I want to make your ass shake. Like
There it
that's
is.
Okay, there you
that is
go. There you go.
The
There you
rule
go.
of the bass, I want them dancing. And
Well, that's what bass does.
even our rock songs, I still want that.
I want that funky bass line a little bit.
It's not always funk, but
I don't mean funky by as in the genre of music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Funky
there-
as in
like the bass line
PH.
to me. Yeah,
The bass line is where the
To
bass
me-
line holds the dancers.
to me, the
straight
bass
up.
line is one of the ones as a non-musician that I hear a lot. Like it comes through to me
Yep.
really heavy. And to me, when a good bassist is up there, when Aaron's playing or you're playing, I can really hear the difference.
So-
and I always wondered how many songs are structured around the bass.
There have been actual scientific studies showing that more bass in a song makes people dance more often.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Right,
That's what I mean.
that's what hip hop music is.
So-
The whole thing.
So one of my
It really
first
is.
one of my first bands was a country band actually, and country bands have dance floors with special salt they put out there or whatever it is.
Really?
Oh yeah.
To make
for
them
square
fall down?
dancing.
No, to make boots slide on the wood.
Oh.
Right.
So we're salting
there's
it
there's
we're
dance
salting it like a
floor.
What is that
shuffleboard.
game? Shuffleboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
We're
that.
shuffleboard
It's
floor on
straight
the
up like
dance
that.
floor.
Yeah.
You don't want to slide off the floor because then you'll
You guys
rip your
didn't know
pants.
that?
No.
You guys didn't know
Gives
that?
you just enough friction.
I've also
dance-
never been to club rodeo.
Oh man.
Dance floors don't need salt.
Okay,
You
okay, okay.
dance?
When I
Straight
learned
up,
that.
straight up.
I feel like I dance more than
We
anybody on
need
this show.
to go.
Okay.
We need to go. If you guys have never experienced the country bar scene,
Oh, I have.
oh, we have to go. Guys.
I can two-step in this bitch.
But you didn't know about the fucking dance wax?
Well, I didn't need it. I can move without it.
Because they already had it set out for you. You didn't have to know
I don't-
about
They
it.
well,
didn't
I've
know
been-
it was there.
I was on a dance floor at a wedding this weekend. I didn't see any wax on the floor, salt on the floor.
Country music,
I did see a 2 or a 3, and I started to slide my shuffleboard thing, but I felt like I
country
was in the wrong
music and
place.
dancing go together really well.
No
You
shit.
know what I mean? Like there's a bunch of different dances for country music. So I was the bass player in a country band at 14 years old. So that was the ingrained. It was all walking. It was all just patterns and
Well, it's interesting
stay
how
right in.
how much it changes between genres, what the bass
true.
is doing. Because in bluegrass, you're doing root to like the lower fifth. So you're and there's usually no drums. So
You are the drums.
Yeah. And I
What's
don't know.
that, what's that like as a bassist
well-
when you have to fill in the rhythm for the drums?
No. So I have an upright bass.
That's cool as fuck.
September 16 is my birthday, and I'm from Winfield. So I was
Wanna Valley Festival.
I was grown around that festival.
Me too.
Yeah.
Okay, and what happens is
Aren't we podcasting at this festival?
Not that one. Not that one.
I was about to say, if you guys are, can you give me a free ticket?
Wouldn't that be dope?
It's way too
Wouldn't that be
expensive now.
dope?
Dude, we would love to. So
Give us
from
2 years. We'll be there.
All right.
Walnut Valley,
All right,
let
hit
us
me up.
know.
John, you're out of 7
But
again. Or in 18.
the upright bass and
Back
the
off the
mandolin,
mic a little bit, you fuck.
that
Yeah.
kind of makes that.
Yeah.
That's what makes the drum set happen. The upright
Yeah.
bass and the mandolin, the lowest register, the highest register.
Well, I feel like all this could be solved by a goddamn keyboard.
It'd be hard when there's no
And
electricity.
that's why you play basketball.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, sorry.
Yeah,
I mean, that you got to appreciate me waiting out for that joke. I waited for a good time for it.
Well, do you know Fast Food Junkies, right?
Of course. Yeah.
That was
I
one of the-
actually know them too.
That was one of the first bands that I learned all their music, like that first album. And then the next Winfield, I was playing it with my brothers. We were like covering on the road, doing the road jams.
Hell yeah.
And the guitar player and the old bass player came up and they were watching. And I was like, my heart was like pounding because like they're kind of my heroes at the time.
Right.
But
You were in nervous mode.
Yeah, but
That's fine.
it was like the coolest thing ever. They actually like came up and talked to us, and then
They're
Isn't
really
it
cool.
isn't it
guys,
cool
man.
when you meet, like when you're in nervous mode and you meet those people and they're cool?
They're really
Yeah.
cool, dude.
That's always my
they gave me
favorite.
their new album and stuff, and I was like, oh, homework.
So I try.
to learn all
I,
this now.
I will always say that to everybody that like meets someone or is the person getting met. Always be cool because that's a big cool experience for the people.
Yeah, I
you
think
know what
I
I mean.
was-
Like I've always.
I think I was 12 at the time. It was like
Whether I'm on
really
the whether
impactful.
I'm on the
Wow.
meeting end or the receiving end, like be a cool person, and that like reciprocates a lot of good vibes
Yeah.
throughout the shit.
And vice versa. If you're a dick, that also reciprocates.
Dude,
a lot of vibes.
I'm
contains
not gonna
someone's
lie.
music forever.
I'm not gonna lie. I was like a huge fan of Cross Canadian Ragweed,
Yeah.
and I fuck. He ain't watching this.
I thought you were gonna say Kid Rock.
No,
Cody Canada. Yeah.
Cody Canada. I
Here
will
we
tell
go.
you.
I
I will
already
tell you.
know. I already know.
I will tell you. I love their music. They have
I
some
know.
of. They have some of the most brilliantly written songs I've ever seen come out of that Red Dirt country music. Boy, I met that guy and he's an asshat. And that's just what.
Maybe it was a bad day too, though.
I met him 3 times.
Okay, well, I tried.
Benefit of the doubt, baby. That's what we
And
got.
I will say too, I met him the benefit of the doubt, and maybe he's just. And some people have just, I will say, it's not like I know him personally, but I have met him. And one time was a family friend of mine hired him to be at a wedding,
Yeah.
and he was still kind of a dick.
So
Well, I was gonna say like Neil Peart was like famously like introverted and had a really hard
So
time.
I get people that are not always social, and even if we hire you, I'm not expecting you to be a clown for me.
so what was Neil Peart's gig? What
Yeah.
was, what was he?
No,
Well,
I don't know, some kind of
well,
like
he was
tambourine
super-
player.
Just same way? Like
Yeah.
I'm saying what was his deal? He
Very not interviewish.
Yeah.
Nothing.
fuck off.
Well, like
Yeah, he
run
don't
to
wanna
the
be
green
on it.
room, like please don't talk to me.
Yeah, dude.
There
Nothing.
was a fan that came up to him, was like, you mean so much to me and stuff, and like he wrote the song Limelight about that interaction.
Oh wow. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, he wrote lyrics. I didn't know that for the longest time. He wrote a lot
Yeah.
of the lyrics for Rush.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, you never really know. That's why I always like to
I just
ask
found out
others.
Vinnie Paul wrote a lot of the
Really?
yeah like,
Pantera, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, that's-
Pantera and now hell yeah.
Well, that's why I always ask. That's why the best.
I didn't for the longest time I didn't realize that Vinnie Paul was the fucking
I had no idea.
kind of force behind the band.
he really
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Well, both of them were. The brothers were.
Well, the brothers.
Yeah.
That's the deal,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
That
Him
was the
and-
deal. The brothers.
Him and Daryl were the big.
It was
part of
their band first.
It really was.
Which-
I mean,
I think
honestly,
they're back on tour now.
Well,
with
honestly,
Zakk Wylde,
well, I mean, you got.
dude, Zach.
which I think if anyone was
Zach-
Have you ever
boy.
met him?
fill
I
his
have.
shoes,
I have met him too.
I
Believe
have
it or
a
not.
picture of
He's
me
a
and
huge
Zakk
man.
Wylde.
He's
I've seen him live. I haven't met
I have
him.
a
He's a
picture-
very intimidating man.
I believe it.
I have
and
a picture.
I'm a big. If you've met me, I'm a big guy, but he is an intimidating man.
I'm 14 years old, standing next to Zakk Wylde.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I met him at
And
the.
I got that picture
I met him at the
somewhere.
Was that
Cotillion in like
Aussie
2008.
time.
No, that was in Dallas. It was the Midwest Guitar Festival, the Greater Midwest Guitar Festival of Dallas or something like that.
Well, I will tell you, if you ever want to,
Killer.
if you're ever an outgoing person and you want to meet people, bands in this town, in Wichita, if they go to the Cotillion, you got a chance all the time.
Yeah, you really
Yeah.
do.
Because first and foremost, the stage and the green room are open to the public. Between there, they got to walk between the public, and a lot of times they go.
Well,
I met Charlie Murphy.
There's 2 hidden green rooms too.
Yeah, but I've met
right by the stage.
Yeah.
I've met Charlie Murphy and Bill Burr in that room at the bar.
Dude, I'd love to see Bill Burr.
I met them. just at a friend. They were doing a Friends of Comedy tour for the Dave Chappelle show on the first season of the Dave Chappelle show, and they were writers on the show. And Eddie Murphy's brother was the host of it. So Charlie Murphy's up at the bar at the Cotillion, and I run up there as fast as I can.
Fuck your couch.
And I go. I don't care what the fuck he's buying. I would love to pay for his drink.
Yeah.
And the same thing happened 20 minutes later after Bill Burr's set, because he was the first comedian. So I will say to a lot of people, if you ever want to meet people meet stars, the Cotillion in Wichita is a good place, because they have to walk between that room, and a lot of times they come out to the
Or they'll be at the merch booth.
They will. They're around. There's a good place to meet cool fucking people. I met Willie Nelson in that building. I've met a lot of people at that building.
So I've been playing in bands locally for a very long time, and I've met a lot of insane people.
I know we try to get these
people.
stories out of you.
Yeah, I know. I don't really tell them.
I know you don't.
I don't really tell them, but like,
It's like
I will say,
opening
I will say that like, they're just fucking people.
Yeah.
You know, and when they're being a douche, call them a fucking douche. Like, you fucking douche.
Well,
Fuck
I
you.
will say almost
And-
always when you're cool, people are cool. If you're cool to them, they're cool to you almost always. Most times.
I think most of the time when someone is being a dick, there's probably some anxiety there or
something.
or something else.
Okay. So here it is. I'm opening up for a guy, you know, and
His name would be?
a bigger name blues artist. Okay, I'll say that.
Peter Frampton.
And his amps were having a problem. Okay, and what it
CC Queen.
is we
Let's just throw names at the board.
we are waiting to put our stuff up here until his sound check's done. Because he sound checks, then we put our stuff up and we sound check.
Here come
because
the
we're
mummies.
first, right? And so he's having a hard time with his amp, and I'm sitting here going, I have somewhere I have to be. I got
You're fucking
I
me
got a
up
place
here.
to go.
You're fucking me up
Yeah,
here,
you're
bro.
fucking me up. And I go. Hey, let me help you. You got 2 Fender Twins right here. I know a little bit about
it.
them. I know. Shut up. but I know a little bit about some
and they're
Fender
rented,
Twins.
right?
I know a little bit about some Fender Twins. Don't bust me out, man. I'm trying really hard not to say.
Put it out there. Come on, cop.
No.
Come on, Steven, hit him.
I go, hey man, so let me help you. Play your guitar and let me fuck with your amp a minute. And he just
Bad to the
fires
bone.
he fires off. He's like, you know, goddamn it, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, hey, I'm waiting for you to get the fuck off my stage so that I can sound check and get home on time.
Bad to the bone.
You know, and he just flips script. He goes, okay, cool. I'm sorry. I'm cool. I'm sorry. Let's go. You want me to play? I'm playing. And that's all it really took was just a check of your fucking ego.
Yeah.
So is this George
And he got-
Thorogood?
Just don't.
I saw those amps for sale at C Majors.
Okay.
And so
But yeah, I don't really care who the fuck you are, okay?
Yeah.
I've had really good sit downs, really good interactions with people bigger than that motherfucker. So
yeah.
I'm just like,
Yeah, I'm just trying to help you.
yeah, I'm trying to help you. And if you can't take help from another human, if you just
It does suck, but when you're opening for a headliner, you don't always get a sound check. You know,
No, you don't.
You kind of have to expect it, even if it was planned.
Okay, so what's
you
that like?
But
Do
he's
you-
having problems. I'm
Okay,
trying to
so
help him.
is it okay? As we don't know, as non-musicians, if you're opening for a big act and you're a local act and you don't get, so what happens when you don't get a sound check? Why wouldn't you? Because there's sound checks taking longer than expected.
Yeah, or
That's what
they showed
happens.
up late.
That's what happens. They showed up late,
People show up late so much.
and then they want to
Yeah.
rehearse this song that they'd really like to play tonight.
and they take precedence over you because they're the headliner.
Well, yeah.
So you kind of just get put on the fucking back burner.
There ends up being a world of
Okay,
shit.
so secondary question: what really affects your show if you don't get that sound check?
The first 2 songs.
Of course.
And then maybe you might not be able to hear a member the whole night.
So how pissed off are you if you don't get a sound check?
I get a little irate, man.
A little pissy?
And I'm not saying that from a place of like I've accomplished so much.
Yeah.
I'm saying that I've just played a long time.
It sucks
and
a little
I've seen
bit.
it go good. I know this can happen.
I kind of expect it now because if you go in expecting the worst and you're pleasantly surprised, like
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, you go. I'm not. So you go in
Yeah.
saying I'm not the headliner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, if I can get a good sound check,
do understand that, yeah.
If I can get a good sound check, I'm lucky. I hope that's what I get. But if I don't, you know,
even
I'm
if we
used
can
to
run
this.
through half of a song,
So if
that is fucking
if you're a good band and you got two good bands you're with, and you're with a great band that's played together a lot, and you don't
and
get
we're
that sound
established
check,
fans.
you guys can kind of feel your way through that first song and
I'm
kind
gonna
of
stand
get
close
there.
to
I'll
the
get that
drums.
done, but if I can get this worked out ahead of time, I'm gonna do that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what's a sound check take for a band that's got their shit in order?
Usually,
Not a lot.
How
yeah,
long?
usually
How
pretty
long?
quick.
How long?
I can get one done if we're all set up. We could probably get one done in 30 seconds because I know
30 seconds?
30 seconds of a song.
I can corroborate
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
No, I'm saying
Okay.
a sound check at a place when you're doing it with the sound man
Okay.
and you go through that. What does that take?
You're also talking about an opener band.
Yeah, I don't know.
They dialed
Or
in
the-
the
or the-
headliner.
or the
They dialed
headliner.
in the headliner. They dialed him in.
How long does it
so
take for
now
the
our
headliner?
shit's easy.
Yeah.
How long does
It's
it take
just
for the
fine-tuning.
headliner?
Right.
It
What-
took
what-
the headliner.
What sound check take is what I'm asking.
I've
depends
seen
on
it
the
go.
band.
I've seen it go.
5 to
man.
10 minutes is what it should be.
Yeah.
But you are grossly under.
Well,
Yeah, I
like-
said,
yeah,
listen,
like-
I'm asking layman's terms. So
Yeah.
you guys show up at the
I'm
consultant.
telling you what it takes.
What
me.
does it take for a
With the
band
process that I've
to sound check their shit?
All right,
It depends.
there's a
Are
band
they-
that I don't mind throwing under the bus, and it's White Lion. Have you guys ever heard of White Lion?
I have heard of them
I've
today.
heard of Snoop Lion.
Yeah.
All right. So
I heard White Line. White Line just got hit by
this
the bus.
guy lost his guitar player, and he hasn't been a thing since 1990, early 90s, something. And
Okay.
Sounds like an
and-
80s band.
Well, it was. It was
Sounds
White
like
Lion.
the-
White Lion.
Hit it.
Look up White Lion when we get out of here.
I feel like
But
it's like I let my hair down.
They had 3 hits. They had 3 fucking hits. One of those was the cover.
Hey, let's be honest. I would love
And-
to have one hit.
And yeah, same. I'll make $2,000 the rest of my life.
Yeah.
For one hit.
Yeah.
But like they had 3 hits. One of them was a cover, and they're touring around. He lost his guitar player, and is taking up my sound check time because the lighting isn't right.
Oh, man.
So are we light checking or
No.
sound checking?
No, no. He ate up my entire sound check because he's light checking.
So when you guys
These
load
lights
in, when
are
you guys
horrible.
load in,
That's unusual.
So when you guys load in as a band, and there's there's 3 bands on a bill.
And I've had a beef with Michael
So
Tramp.
okay, say so
That
we
long.
don't know as dum dums that are coming to a show that night. You say there's 3 bands on a
Michael
bill.
Tramp, fight me.
You have 3 bands on a bill, and you got to load in a sound check. Do you start sound checking with the headliner first,
Yeah. I mean, that's
And they
already
work
did it.
down-
They already
traditionally,
did it,
yes.
and they work down from there?
Yeah.
And we have a certain amount of time to get through this whole sound
What
check.
it is that the headliner, their priority. They go first. They take all
That
the time
makes
they need
sense.
to, and
Makes
they're
sense, though.
and physically,
As long as they're not being an asshole about it and taking away too long.
physically, they're the back of the line.
Yeah.
And then
so all
backline,
their
right.
all their percussion
stuff is
everybody
up
usually
else.
back there, and
Yeah.
Everybody
and
else
everybody
sets up
that's at a
before them.
concert sees that.
Everybody sets up in front of
In
them.
front.
In front of them, and your stage space gets less and less as
Yeah.
you go.
Right.
Makes sense.
That's why
makes
You bring up
sense.
If
house
we're-
music. You bring up the next band save that you just did for their sound check.
Right.
So if you get dicked out of sound check, so when you run into the concert, you're basically just running on like you don't know what the sound man says, so you're gonna have to like communicate with them during the first few songs or what?
Well, it kind of depends how loose it is. Like if it's like a big band, I probably won't say anything.
Really?
But like, yeah, if we're like, it's a little like if we're at the cotillion, I'm probably not gonna be like, can I get a little more IC in my
Are
monitor?
you kidding? No, please do that.
100% do
Please
that.
do.
As a
Because
sound
at the
guy, do
Mike,
that.
you're too
As
close.
a
Really?
sound guy,
Yeah.
do that.
I felt more
let me
comfortable
know.
doing it at like Barleycorn.
And
And
at
at
the
Cotillion,
cotillion.
you have a monitor guy on the side stage. Look at him and go, bro, give
Yeah.
me more shit.
No,
Yeah.
and I'm going to
Do
tell
it.
you at the cotillion, you have a guy named Tim, and Tim is
Yeah.
my favorite sound man. That guy is fucking amazing.
Yeah, Mackey's done the side stage for us a couple times,
Yeah.
and then
I love Tim.
maybe Tim was the other guy that I see there.
Tim is the like little short guy. He's got
I know
glasses,
him. I know
little-
him.
Okay.
I know him.
Yeah.
I know him.
Yeah.
He's my
He's a really
favorite.
nice guy. He's been nothing but nice
sound
to
man,
me.
That sound man is amazing.
Yeah.
And he will keep your monitor guy in check if he has to.
Oh,
what
you're
does that
talking about
mean?
the main
What do you
guy.
mean
I
by
thought you were
that?
talking
What do you
about
mean
my
by that?
sideline
Elaborate
guy.
on that.
I mean, Tim is the man at Cotillion.
What do you mean
and I
by
love
keep
that
the
very
monitor
much.
guy in check, though? What do you mean by that?
So there's two-
Explain
if
that.
you're-
If
sound
you're
guys, I think.
asking
explain
for
that.
something, if you're asking for something, and you're not getting it, Tim will leave his station and come and
Reciprocate
Yeah.
what you need.
come and make
so-
it happen.
Well, I know I've seen that guy a lot, and he is awesome and always been really fucking nice to me.
knows
At the
how shows are
Cotillion,
supposed to work.
it's a little
He
bit
is
different.
he is a goddamn
I should
great.
be sending him Christmas cards, and I'm not.
Well, let's have him on the show.
We should.
He would
We
be a great.
should. I
He'd be
love
a good
him.
interview. He's always been really fucking nice to me.
Dude, I love the
So
show.
You're saying.
At the Cotillion, it's a little bit different. So most of the time, you'll just be talking to like John or
Right.
something like that, and you'll be like, "Hey, I need a little bit of this," But there's two sound guys. So you got your side stage that is just running sound
Just
on
monitors,
stage.
monitors.
Yeah,
What? How does that make it different? Is that? Do you guys like
that's
that
what
setup?
that's what we're hearing.
It is that way.
We can't hear what you guys are hearing.
Yeah, you guys get the.
It's not a weird setup. That's standard. That's how it has to be.
So when you have that side stage set up, that you're getting the monitor back to you, so you can hear what you're playing.
What other
Yeah.
people are playing and what?
So-
what I'm
So
playing.
you can
So
kind of
there's-
stay on time and all that shit.
Yeah.
there is a very definite line of
What
like
is the difference between
speakers
that and the
right
in-ear
here.
monitor part?
The in ear is your own stuff.
Now you don't need it.
Yeah.
So that makes
It's
it
all that
better.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of want to go in ears. I haven't tried it myself, but
Really?
I kind of want to do it. Just
What do you think?
So I've done it, and I love in ears, but I have to have mics around the crowd.
Explain that. What do you mean by that?
So in ears, you really get to dial in a very precise sound,
Okay.
and if
and it
you
can
have,
be different than what your
And
guitar
this is
player's
kind of what
hearing.
this is
That's right,
kind of
that's
what
right, that's
Josh
right,
was
yeah.
talking about when they're in-ear monitors.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can get them like molded to your ear shape too, so they're perfectly sealed.
And they got
That's
their
true, that's
full
true.
stand and everything.
But what I'm saying,
explain to me the difference.
everything that is not mic'd, you don't hear. And
Oh, okay.
I like
makes
some
sense.
I like some fucking feedback, man, from the crowd.
That is some.
I want
Okay,
to
this
hear
is-
that you enjoyed
You
my.
don't- you don't hear
shit.
any cheering.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh shit! I
So
didn't know
now
that.
that's why
Sometimes
I'm
you gotta
saying
dig gold
a
out of
crowd mic,
yeah.
and I'm going to say let's go for gold. Okay, let's go for 2 crowd mics XY about midway back,
And the stereo pattern.
and let's
So
go.
if you have those
I wanna
crowd
hear,
mics-
I want to hear what these people are saying up front. To me.
So if I do in-ear monitors, what I'm saying is you would like the crowd mic so you can get a little bit.
A little bit of love back.
I always had crowd mics in the old venue.
You
So
understand?
I
I
always
know
did.
you did. I know you
okay,
did.
so do we do? Okay, so say another dumb question from a non-musician: if we do not have in-ear monitors, are crowd mics a thing? Do you usually do that? Is that something?
No.
I've never heard
Only
of
if
it.
you're trying
No
to
one
record.
would ever do that.
Only
So
if you're
why would
trying-
you do it for? What do
if
you do
you're
it for?
trying to record a live show, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say
That's
that
it.
too.
Okay. And so that's the only reason you would use crowd mics is if you're trying to record a cloud.
Yeah.
If you
live show.
want the crowd applause.
But like,
But
if
if you-
I'm
now if
using
we-
in ears,
So if
you're
we
gonna have to run me
institute,
2 fucking crowd.
so if we run an, so if we
I want to hear
institute-
that the crowd liked what I did.
I like
Yeah.
this. I like this. So
There's
if we
juju
institute-
coming back. I have to have juju coming back.
Yeah, no, it definitely makes you perform
Right.
better. Yeah, for sure.
If I'm giving everything out and I get nothing back,
I will say, as someone who
I'm done
studies,
after 4
who
fucking songs.
studies
Let's fuck this off.
stand-up comedy, if you can't hear the crowd,
Yeah.
it's tough.
I will say at Monica's house, we didn't have the biggest crowd, but those kids were pumped, and it was so much fun. I think
Well, you can get a good vibe in that joint.
that might
I
have
do
been
like that vibe.
one of the best
Absolutely.
performances that we played
Really?
this last
You
month.
vibe it?
Yeah, it was really cool.
that
Like,
place can. I will shout out to Monica House and shout out to them for letting
I
us.
want to do a video.
They were home with the Aaron Austin
Did-
show for a few months.
Dude, that's what we're doing. We set up a camera
We're gonna do it here too.
up in there, and we have a studio. One of the Sloco studios is in there.
Yeah, they're. I mean, honestly, Monica House is a satellite studio of the Sloco Studios as well.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah, we're all working together.
It was
to make
definitely
sure-
fun.
We can live record there, and
That was likely recorded.
yeah.
Yeah. I thought it would be perfect. We just recorded.
You give me a snip, bro.
We just
Why you gonna
recorded
put it down?
Strength, which is one of my favorites off this album that's coming out.
So
here
pimp
soon.
that. What is that? What strength is the one on your newest dope album?
For the Birds 3.
Oh, this is a For the Birds
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
I feel like you wrote it.
No. Well, okay. I wrote the chorus, and me and IC wrote the riff for the verse, and
So
then
you
we
had a big-
together wrote the
You wrote a lot of
bridge.
this. You wrote a lot of this.
I didn't write any lyrics or anything like that, but I wrote my part.
I feel like there's so much
And a
writing
little bit
when
of
it comes-
Tony's
I feel like there's so
guitar
much
part.
of writing that comes into writing a song. Like there's a ton.
Yeah.
There's
There is a
everybody
ton.
everybody gets a little bit of their own cut. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah. I feel like For the Birds has always been kind of that way.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of bands that aren't that way. There's one sole writer.
Yeah. There
and
is a lot of
people
bands
fill
that
in
way.
their
Okay,
spot.
so from our
I
interview,
played in those bands.
So from our interviewing experience, for the most part, there is one guy kind of driving the car, but it always feels like there's one guy kind of helping him. It's always like two of them.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
There's always one guy like For the Birds has like someone who was the original member of it and kind of steers the car, but then you guys have learned to have such a collaborative experience through what you guys are doing.
I would say it changes with the members too, like dramatically.
Dramatically and Jurassic.
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Parkley.
Dude, sometimes you have raptors. Well, so I will say, what's your favorite song on your newest album?
Dope. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, on the Dope album. And download and subscribe.
That's hard.
Which one is your baby?
The first 4 I really like. Those are all the ones with features on it. And
So how many track album is this?
10.
10 tracks. Look
so.
at you
Yeah,
go.
10.
That's
Look at you
that's
go.
badass.
Look at you go. Are you working on new music?
Yes,
look
constantly.
At you. I can see it in you.
Where can we find it?
Yeah, give us. Yeah, we're getting towards.
YouTube,
Yeah, give us all.
Spotify, all the platforms basically.
And it's Audio
Like-
Paradolia.
Yes.
How do we spell this? How do we?
So
Are we
Think about-
going to Stephen K. Shields? Or are we going for Audio Paradolia? Did I say that right?
Audio Paradolia is
Fine.
the studio
Dude,
project.
I nailed that. Can I get a little
Yeah,
credit?
you got it.
Yeah.
You got
Yeah.
it.
You
Fuck.
totally nailed it.
I totally nailed that.
That might be
hell
the
yeah.
first time ever you've nailed
See?
any fucking name ever. in the
And it was the
fucking
most
year.
complicated name.
Okay, we're overselling it now.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people get it wrong.
You're doing good.
So, and David gets it wrong every time from Sunset.
We love David Massey. Shout out.
So Audio Paradolia.
You did it right again.
Damn.
So
dude.
audio spelled
It
the,
might be
the regular
working.
way, and then it's Paradolia.
Oh, it sounds great.
So
Yeah.
and
Like
we
it
and we
sounds?
have the
Yeah.
dope and we have the Dope album, which is a 10-track album.
Yep.
And you have another single too that's available outside of that album. Or
Yeah,
is it-
Home.
So
Home.
you
And
have-
that one's about my brother that I was talking about earlier.
So that was kind of a pre-release to the album, kinda.
It came out like a whole year before.
Well, I feel like anything that is associated with your brother, I'm gonna go back and listen to because it's kind of like a.
Yeah, it's like a folk song, so don't be expecting like hip hop.
Well, I mean, it's kind of a tribute to your brother.
Yes,
we didn't get
actually-
we didn't get too into it, but his brother had passed away and was a bassist, and kind of they had some like camaraderie in music, and so I think that's
Camaraderie.
camaraderie.
You nailed
Camaraderie.
Paradolia, but
But yeah,
But can't say camaraderie.
it come flattery.
Yes.
Let's just say weird words.
Come fastery.
There it is. There it is.
old overcoat.
Well, it all depends on where we're at.
What we're
Old
doing.
undershirt.
really.
Yeah, it's an old Thunder shirt tonight.
but yeah,
But I feel like there's something there with what you had with the camaraderie with your brother.
Yeah.
And moving on from his passing.
yeah, and actually part of that like that song came from a song that he was working on. It was his version of it was a lot more I don't even know what lewd or like very
Funny?
crass.
Punk.
It was about a stalker.
Dude,
that
we've had
was-
fucking with the Merkins on who have like eaten ass fucking shit. The
was-
fucking
Oh my God, you know what a
radio
Merkin is?
Hey radio will
Yeah.
Hey
Yeah.
radio
Yeah.
will fucking punch baby. They got punch baby.
Hey,
music.
radio. I'm wearing their shirt tonight.
Yeah,
now, right
yeah, and he's look at it. That's a beautiful shirt.
the original song that I kind of took the chords from and a little bit of the chorus was about a guy named Santa Stalker wore a what do you call that, ski mask and a Santa hat, and he stayed outside of a girl's house watching her through the window.
Okay, all right.
But I took the line "I know you're home" and I made it about something a little bit more happy,
Not
and-
creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super creepy.
So let's stick to the part that it's a tribute to your brother and not the creepy end of it.
Yeah, we could cut that part out.
We'll move on from that. So,
Post production.
but so if you want to see anything at for Steven Shields, make sure you check out For the Birds anytime they're playing, guys. I ain't
course,
gonna lie
of
to you.
course.
That's
Yeah,
one of
legit.
our.
We need Tony on the show. Shout out to Tony.
Is that
So
the one
sure.
band member of
Tony Lee.
And the drummer.
So Audio Paradolia, you guys
Oh,
are
dude,
booking
Kyle's
shows?
amazing too.
Say what?
You're booking shows?
No, I don't know how to take it live. It's
because
gonna be-
because the
Solo
features.
project.
Can
Well,
we try
'cause-
one? Can we try one? I
Is
got
it
a
'cause
video.
I'd have
Is
to
it 'cause
figure
of
out
the
how to do
features?
it.
got
Not
a
only
video,
the
let's
features,
try it.
but I'm playing all the instruments, so I'd have to figure out how am I going to loop it, and then
I feel like you bring in like a full track, like a hip hop artist.
yeah, I would like it to
What
be
if
a
you
little
just
bit more
hire a
raw.
band?
Well, I
rather than
mean,
that.
you could. Okay, I'm a dumb, but I'm still gonna say it like this. I feel like you could bring in like the tracks, and then you could do the featured part of the instruments on each track as it goes?
If I'm going to be honest,
I don't know if that's a thing.
It's hard for me to sing in front of people without an instrument in my hand. So
take your shirt off.
Totally same. Totally same.
yeah,
Yeah, I totally get
there's
that.
something about hiding behind your instrument that makes it
I get that.
okay.
Yeah.
You
That's
know?
why bright stage lights are great.
Well, and I will tell any musician, then hold a fucking instrument. Don't
Yeah.
even play it.
Yeah,
Just
that
I brought
works.
this
Any better
ukulele,
didn't
guys.
need to.
Yeah,
Honestly,
that
if you need to hold an instrument to make you feel good, this isn't American Idol.
Yeah.
Hold the instrument. Who gives a shit?
Speaking of American Idol, I got a song with Arthur Gunn.
Oh, do you?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, and I'm about to.
I have no fucking clue who Arthur Gunn is.
He was a
Tell me.
runner-up on American Idol.
Really?
From Wichita.
Arthur Gunn.
Dude, I mean, Jesus, I didn't know I was getting shamed on my team.
No, I'm not shaming you. I'm just saying, like, Arthur Gunn was like,
There's a rough demo of that song
I don't
on my
know who he
YouTube.
is.
no big deal.
Not on Spotify or anything, but it's on YouTube.
How did you get in a song with Arthur Gunn? How'd that go?
I knew him before he was
He was your
awesome,
buddy?
famous
Well,
person.
and
Can we pimp that song? How do we find that song?
Just a Little Taste is the name of that
Just
song.
a little taste
Yeah.
featuring Steven Shields.
Well, it's
and I'm gonna put
it was
myself.
under Paradolia, so it's featuring Arthur Gunn.
I want to
Oh,
put
so it's
myself
your
out
song
there.
featuring him.
Yeah.
I want to put
Yeah.
myself out there a little bit. I don't know.
Damn.
I don't know what Arthur's done past what he's done.
He's had an album release.
Has he?
Yeah.
Did you
Is
just
it
put
doing
Arthur,
anything?
Did you just put Arthur Gunn on blast?
I kind of
Yeah, he went on tour there for a little bit.
because I didn't know Arthur Gunn, and I'm pretty plugged in.
I have
to
no fucking
Wichita,
clue who he is as we're talking right now.
And he went and did that, and I knew nothing about him.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't doing anything before he did that.
I haven't seen him
No.
since the
And that's
the
what
whole
what I'm
thing.
saying.
Maybe
Has
like-
anything happened?
Maybe
with
he's
him?
super into
I-
heroin or something.
I doubt
That
that.
happened then.
Sorry.
Maybe.
I didn't mean to make a ridiculous joke. I don't know. I don't know who the guy is. I can't wait to like. That's cool.
He's
that
a
you-
real sweet guy.
So how did you? Before we end this, how did you come to have him on a feature for your?
It was actually
song. Did you like pay
the
for,
first
pay
thing
for
I-
it, or
fir-
did you?
no.
You knew him.
Yeah, I knew
You
him.
had a little bit of background with him. So
One guy that does a lot of drums for me, Kyle Kimbrough.
Yeah. Good guy.
He's touring with Tommy Newport right now, but
I have no idea who
He's a
Tommy
good friend of Arthur Gunn, and Dabish is his real name. But so I met him through him, and it was the first song I recorded, and I was like, "Hey, I really think this is gonna fit you." It's kind of like a Soundgarden type of song, and he wanted to be on it.
you should re-release that.
I'm gonna redo the drums. And I'm
Yeah,
gonna-
re-release that.
yeah.
You're gonna play drums?
So I can play like a beat and get it in
play it, bro.
time,
Come on,
and then
let's go.
duplicate it.
So he's a better
So-
keyboardist than he is
I'm
a
ready.
drummer.
I'm ready, man.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Better
Yeah, for sure.
keyboard.
I can process your drums.
Bassist.
Drummer.
Better drummer.
drummer.
For
than
sure, he's a
keyboardist,
better drummer.
Better keyboardist than drummer. So
What about guitar?
Where
Do you
did
play
that
guitar?
change?
Little.
Little guitar. I started on guitar, so
So we need a guitar off.
Okay. Oh, maybe. If we both suck at guitar,
I mean,
let's try.
I've played
Let's
since
try.
I was 8.
I think
but
just let's just pull the keyboard
I
out.
think he's gonna win.
you can
That
definitely
sucks.
kill me on drums though. Like I just started practicing.
So we go bass
20
off.
minutes a day.
We go bass off.
No, I
do
want to
bass.
break it down to the lowest common denominator,
Bass.
like
You guys are all bassists. I'll play the keyboard, and I will.
all right. Violin.
I suck at violin.
Let's
I,
go.
I can't do the bow.
Let's
at
see.
all. I
So,
tried getting
hey,
cello.
I don't even think I've ever played one. Let's just try. Let's try.
So make sure you check out Steven Shields and Otto. Hit me.
Auto Paradolia.
Audio.
You gotta
Paradolia.
Yep.
Did I say it?
Yep.
Audio.
Check out. Honestly, I would say check out anything Nest Records is doing. Check out For the Birds. Check out everything that these guys are doing.
I'll give you guys my hyperlink.
Yeah,
you
give
can
it
put
all.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can put it in the description. So
We will. We
check
will.
it out in the description.
Nerd John,
Send it to
make
me,
it happen.
I got you. I'll
Yeah.
put it in the doobly doo.
Yeah,
Sounds
send it to him.
dangerous.
Send it to
Hell
him.
yeah.
And we will put you in the guest chat after this too, so you can send us all the
Sweet.
bullshit.
Hey,
Sweet.
I want to do a guest party.
Okay, so we've been talking about this, and we're going to end the show on this note.
Okay.
Yeah, this is what we're gonna do.
So
think this is good.
the Aaron and Austin show,
We've been around a year.
we are going to throw a party.
What do you think?
God
What do you
damn it,
think?
we're throwing a party, and we don't know what we're going to
fucking
do.
better.
I got a pool. We might throw a pool party. We might throw a gig party here, and just let our guests play.
Guess.
Gist them up.
We might flood the basement, make the whole venue a pool.
Yeah, we might motherfucking just be waiting in the
We have enough
basement.
trash bags.
We might just
We'll
be
have to buy
waiting
some
in the
more.
basement.
Maybe
But
so.
we have guests for
Don't
days.
hold me to nothing.
I will say first and foremost again, I will thank you as well. All of our guests make this show possible. We would love to do a guest party.
I'm
I
down.
think so.
And,
Let me know when.
and honestly, I don't want to be the guest party show that doesn't pay our artists. What I want to do is make this a $10 show to enter, and we're gonna get everybody paid. So we're gonna do a full day of this shit, and we're gonna get everybody paid for this motherfucker.
I like where you're at.
I don't want to be this guy that has a festival for his show, and I make all the guests that's been on our show come do the shit for free.
We could maybe talk to Stephanie and Michelle about coming out and doing some live art.
Yeah, I want to.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that we do a thing that we can draw some revenue to,
Lana and Bonnie
so
could do some
the
art.
building makes some money and the artist makes some money.
And if we're all paying money, I'll put my OnlyFans on the big screen.
He will, dude. And I've
loves showing
I've
his
seen
feet
this
to the
man's.
world.
I've seen this man's cock. It's glorious. I walked into a
Length
weird room.
and girth.
It is, and his feet are good too. He can even do a feet show if he wanted
That's right,
to.
that's right.
I walked in one time and he was
That's right.
doing feet and cock all in one shot. I was
Well,
like,
I can't
damn.
do that anymore. I can't reach the one with the other. So
Maybe that's how you guys make it on WikiFeet.
Yeah, yeah, dude. I mean, we could do feet shows.
how do you
that
think I
called
funded
presbyopia?
all this? you
But
know?
I'm not gonna lie. We do have an Aaron and Austin show party /
It's in the works.
It's
We
in
don't
the
know.
works.
We don't
It's in
know
the works.
yeah.
We got it a beautiful building that I would love to make all of you come out and perform at, and bring the whole world to. I want to stack cars all the way the fuck down hydraulic. I want to fill that.
Monterey
I want to fill the school parking lot across the street. We're gonna have everybody at this motherfucker. So when we can make that happen, and we want all you guys to come in, I'm telling you, it's gonna be a fun day.
Dog and shit catering.
No, we
Dog
gonna
and
make
shake, man. Yeah,
Did
boy.
my
onion rings for days.
We go over there. We
They
get a
got some good onion
50-50.
rings.
But I'm not gonna lie. What I want to do is really put on a showcase, an Aaron and Austin showcase. We've had not only amazing guests today, we've had amazing guests from the very beginning, and it would be very fun to maybe put on a 1 or
I'm
2
just
day
saying, no
festival.
pressure. Let's just hang out.
Yeah, but I just want to make
Let's
sure.
get all of our guests in the
I
same
mean,
room.
that's a great
Let's go.
opportunity to network
Oh,
and stuff.
It
with
is.
guests
It is.
too, you know?
Oh,
Because
we've been
over
in-
the year we've done it, we've had some amazing, amazing people.
Well,
Super cool fucking
I want to do
people.
something with
Yeah.
Wasay also. I just met
Yeah,
them at
there you go, there you go.
at
Love
Dodge
those
City.
guys.
Yeah.
or whatever their names are.
I can't wait to get.
Zach is
I
one.
can't wait to get time. I can't wait to get time and space on this motherfucker.
Oh, dude, they're
Let's
awesome.
go.
God,
Yeah, they're
those
really
guys.
cool.
Let's go.
I can't wait to record those guys.
Guys,
Yeah.
Bro.
the thing is, we've got something cooking, and I hope you guys are all in. We're gonna definitely get something going that's really gonna be fun for everybody. So let's end this with a cheers. And
Cheers.
Thanks
Cheers.
very much, Stephen, for doing the show on
Yeah.
short notice. I really appreciate
Yeah,
you
for
coming in. And get out to his. Make sure you like and subscribe, and download his album "Dope."
Yep.
Download his album "Dope" and download
Get
all
those
the
plays up on YouTube.
Yeah.
Puts the dope in your veins.
Do you have an Instagram?
I do, but I don't check it.
So what is it?
Audio Paradolia.
I don't fucking check
I
my
mean-
Instagram.com.
I think it's audio_Paradolia.
Okay, so we got an Instagram, and we got always anything for the birds, guys. We always support that shit.
But again, that hyperlink that
Yeah.
will be in the description will actually take you to a page that will have all those things listed.
A
Hell yeah.
hyperlink is
See?
better than a normal
And that's what I'm
link.
talking
God, it
about.
makes it easy.
I'll make it all
and
happen.
honestly, as of today, we will have QR codes at every bar in this town that will put you into the Aaron
Yeah,
and
I'm
Austin
working
show.
on this.
We got
Guys,
some stickers
yeah.
for your ass, bitch.
There's a sticker guy local in town.
Hit up Danny.
And he's a block away from us.
We finna have
nice.
QR
And-
codes
and-
that'll cue you to all of our shit.
I'm paying a
Nice.
bit much for stickers, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't feel I should pay that much.
But they're
for
doing
stickers,
heavy
but-
lifting for the QR code.
Yeah.
There's a little,
They're.
there's a little to that.
I know.
well,
and
I mean, shit.
Not that it's hard.
really,
work,
man.
but they're
If
doing
I
it.
got
I can
little
show you
guys
guys how to
doing
do
it,
that.
let's go. Let's go.
No, I've
And
done
we're
it
gonna
little
myself.
guys do.
It's
Let's
just
go.
that they do it and we don't have to.
We'll pay them
Yeah.
once, and then
That's-
we're a
that's
sponsor
nice.
after that.
Yeah.
Let's have an egg roll. Let's call it a night.
Let's do
Let's
it.
go.
Hey, thanks again, Stephen, for doing
Theme
the show.
song.
Thank you guys.